Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and our second 2026 Ninjago set has been officially revealed. This is another Ninjago Legacy set, and this one actually does not release on January 1st, it's a March 1st set. We've still not seen the main wave for January 1st, so it's a little bit odd we're seeing this before then, but that's besides the point. Let's take a look at what's actually here. This is the LEGO Ninjago Legacy Lloyd's Titan Mech. It's a remake of the original Lloyd's Titan Mech from 2019, which was very surprising to see that we're getting another version of this set already. When this comes out, it will have been 7 years, so it's not like super recent. But I don't know, considering the last Legacy ended off in 2015, jumping all the way to 2019 feels wild. Though I guess we are kind of at that point, because when the last wave of Legacy was around, 2015 was only 6 years ago from then. So Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu is actually older now than Tournament of Elements was when Legacy ended. That's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, this is super interesting to see. First off, let's talk about the minifigures, because of course it comes with one of the anniversary minifigures that we get in all the sets this year. We know that the blacksmith shop came with Cole's grandfather, the Master of Earth, and this one fits in with that same trend. It's the Master of Ice from the Serpentine Wars. Then we have our first official look at the Legacy ZX suits. We saw Kai's hood in the blacksmith shop, but we haven't seen a full minifigure just yet. But yeah, here is a full look at the Lloyd minifigure, and it's so cool to see them remaking these suits. Something notable about these is you can see Lloyd uses gold shoulder pads and a gold crest at the top right here, when on the original minifigure those were gunmetal gray instead. And on Lloyd, I think it actually works pretty well. I mean, he does turn into the Golden Ninja in Season 2, and gold has always been a pretty significant part of Lloyd's color scheme, so while it would have been neat to see him go back to the gunmetal gray, I actually don't mind the gold on him. As for the other ninja, well, we'll have to wait and see until they're revealed. But as for this guy just on his own, I think this is pretty good. Then this is pretty awesome. We are getting our first ever Grimfax minifigure. If you guys don't remember, Grimfax was the leader of the Blizzard Samurai in Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, and despite being a very prominent character in the show, we never actually had a minifigure of him. So it's really cool to see them go back and make him after all these years. He does bring back the original Ice Samurai helmet, though now in a new color, it's dark blue. And also, I don't think I mentioned yet, but I did get to see this set early at Fan Media Days. I should have interview footage with the designer going up very soon. But something I think is just interesting to mention here, his helmet is dark blue. And in the show, it's not really clear whether it's dark blue or gunmetal gray, but the designers decided to go with dark blue because if I remember correctly, there was internal debate about what color it was supposed to be. But since the gunmetal helmet already exists, you could just swap to the existing one if you prefer. But if you think dark blue is the correct color, now you get it here. And hearing that explanation, that makes sense. And honestly, I just love having more options for these guys, because I think they are a great villain design. And then yeah, the Master of Ice is very cool to see. It's crazy that we're getting Serpentine War minifigures after all this time. He's got a little bit of his elemental power right here, which is really neat as well. And I think this is a new face print for him. I could see it being like a Lego City kind of Santa face, but I looked up on Bricklink and I couldn't find anything that matches this. So I believe it is actually new for this minifigure. I'm curious if he has an alternate face, because I'm not the biggest fan of the smile. I would like a more neutral or angry expression for him. But if he does have that on the alternate side, I'm happy with it. And then yeah, his dark blue robes look pretty perfect. The mech itself seems really awesome to pose. It has knees, which the original Lloyd's Titan Mech did not have, and I think that's probably the reason they remade it, because it was the first Titan Mech of this Titan Mech line that we have now. And while the original is very good, it definitely feels a bit older than the rest, because after Zane's Titan Mech, the knees sort of became a staple of all of them. And this is a very different take on it too. It's the same color scheme, but the shaping's entirely different. It has this giant shield, which is really neat, because none of the others have that. I love these giant wheel pieces on the wrists. Yeah, the set looks awesome. I had a lot of fun with it at Fan Media Days, and I'm really looking forward to getting to build it probably in February whenever I get it from the LEGO Ambassador Network. But of course, yeah, this is a March set, as I mentioned at the beginning, so we're not going to have reviews of this for a good while. So if you want to see even more about this set, go check out my interview with the designers, which should be going up in a couple of hours. But I think as for this video, that's about all I have to say. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this set? Are you going to be picking it up? Oh, I guess I didn't mention price. It's going to be $130 in the US, which I will admit seems pretty high. Cole's Titan Mech was $100, and yes, it only had one minifigure, but I feel like that should be the upper level for Titan Mechs. $130 isn't horrible for this, but it could be better. Oh, also something, no new Akita, which I know some people would have wanted. At least personally, I have the original Akita, so I'd much rather have a new minifigure rather than a remake of an old minifigure, but it definitely would have been a neat opportunity to do Akita again. There's the back of the box if you're curious. You can see how tall it is down here, and it can have these two little blades on the arms. That's fun. But yeah, stay tuned for my full interview coming very soon, and as for this video, that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!